more cooking today. And I'm going to try to fix some of the rights, some of the wrongs from some of the people who have commented on my last one. I first want to explain to y'all that this is Steven's kitchen. This is the way Steven does things. Steven does not do things like the Food Network. And Steven does not do things like everybody who goes to these fancy restaurants. Steven's down home. So what I do here is very basic, but I take something, I make it my own. Paula Deen said that you're supposed to take a recipe and let that be your guide to start. That's where you start. So that's what I do. You give me something, give me a basic idea how to do it. That's what I'm going to do. Today, we are going to be making fettuccine Alfredo, and I'm going to be showing you again how to utilize the Pampered Deluxe cooking blender. That's going to be where we're going to make our sauce. But I'm also going to point out a couple other things that I've done here, because I know a few people have asked about some of the other appliances and I wanted to point those out. So we'll be doing that as we go through this video series as well. And I'll probably, as part of this series, I'm going to be showing you all how I make most of my Thanksgiving dinner. So for people who have asked, how do you do that? That's what I'm going to show you all that. So, but today we're focusing on fettuccine Alfredo. We're going to have grilled chicken on it. And so I've already made the noodles. And Jason has already been attacking the noodles. He eats just the plain ones, and that's fine. I do too. That's just the way we like it. I make good noodles. I don't even have to put anything on them, so that's a good place to start. And then I started grilling. I'm not finished. I started to grill the chicken tenders in my Ninja Foodie, so that's what I've got going on here. I've been baking them on the bake method for about 15 minutes or so on 375, and then I'm going to go and tender crisp them to crisp them up a little bit so that they'll have that grill texture to them. And all I did to those is I just kind of tossed them in some salt and pepper and a little bit of rosemary and garlic salt, or garlic powder, sorry, that's in there. So that's all I did to that. Very simple, nothing crazy there. But the main part of this meal is that we're going to do is the sauce, and so that's what I want to show you all today. So I'm using the basic recipe that they give you with the Pampered Chef cooking blender when you buy this, which you can buy at the party. I am going to be taking that basic recipe and I'm just going to spice it up a little bit, make it my own, just as you should on your own. So the basic recipe, I believe, calls for 2 cups of milk. So because we never do anything at the base level here, we always put a little bit more in because, you know, fat girl got to eat. So we always spice it up a little bit, put a little bit more into it. So I'm doing 3 cups, and I'm actually going to be doing half and half, you know, because we're Southern, so we have to have the cream. I didn't have heavy whipping cream, but I do have the half and half. That's what we're going to go with today. And then it also calls for a tablespoon of salt. You know, we'll always put more salt in it than a tablespoon, so just get ready for that. And then alternately, you can add in at the beginning, you can add garlic, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you a little trick on the garlic that you can do. But then what's going to happen is it's going to sit in the blender. It's going to go for about 35-40 minutes or so, or I'm sorry, probably a little bit less than that. And the blender it's an intelligent blender. It's probably smarter than me. It will tell me when I need to add the next components. And the next components that we're going to add is a roux, which I'll be making. And that roux, I'll show you in the next portion of this video, is going to be flour and butter. And I believe the recipe says that you need 3 tablespoons of butter and you need 1/4 cup of flour to make that. And you're supposed to put it, you can do it on the stove. Some people do it that way. You can also do it in the microwave. If you do it in the microwave, you could do it in 30-second intervals. You just basically put it in, stir it up, 30 seconds, stir it up. Just keep repeating that. Since I'm putting a little bit more of the milk in, I'm going to have to add some additional flour and butter to that. So we'll figure it out. We'll make it work. So anyway, when it says add, we'll add that in. Once we add that in, we'll let it continue on. Once it's finished, we're going to finish this off with some grated Parmesan cheese. And I've probably got some parsley in there, so I'm probably going to throw that in there as well. We can throw that in at the end, and all we do is just kind of basically go in there and pulse that in at the end, and we're good to go. So that's basically what's going to happen. So for the moment, I want to show you what we're going to do here. I'm going to take the Deluxe cooking blender. I'm going to take its little lid off. You can pour it down the hole, but I'm probably better off not trying to hit that hole. We're just going to go this way. And again, it's 3 cups of, and I did half and half, but you can do milk. And I'm sure you can do heavy cream if you want to, but I'm going to do half and half. And for our Pampered Chef followers here, we are using the Easy Read. This is the Easy Read measuring cups, which you can find on the website. There's actually a whole set of them, but because my kitchen is, oh, there it is right in front of me. Because my kitchen's so disorganized, I can never find anything in it because there's no space here. But it comes in a whole little handy dandy set. I actually used this the other day when we did the olive oil, or whatever oil I threw in that thing. Anyway, so here we have that. Milk goes in. And then you're supposed to put your salt in. So again, it says you're supposed to use a tablespoon of salt. I think maybe it's a teaspoon. Maybe it's a tablespoon. I don't know. We're tablespoon kind of people here, so we're going to kind of guess it here. I think it's actually probably a teaspoon now looking at it. So I'm just going to kind of guess here. I know we like salt, so don't judge. So anyway, we'll probably put a little bit more in if we have to. And then I always put a little pepper in too, even though it didn't really say you need the pepper. I like pepper in it. We like a little kick to everything that we cook, so I'm just going to throw some pepper in. If Jason had his way, we'd probably throw some hot sauce in there too. And
oh yeah.
That's another thing. That's for another day. If you want to do that, you can. Now, I want to throw the garlic in because I don't think you can have Alfredo sauce without garlic. It had to have that, well, you know, our pesto sauce has garlic. Our Alfredo is going to have garlic in it too. And I've discovered this handy dandy tool that Pampered Chef offers, and it's real dirt cheap. So if you just want to buy that real cheap gift just to say you bought something at the party, you can buy this. It's probably going to cost you more to ship it than it did to buy it. But it's a cool tool like this thing. Basically, this is, and Sherry, our wonderful host, will tell you what the name of this thing is. I can't think of the name of it for the life of me. It's the little rubber garlic thing. So that's what we're going to call it today. So we're going to stick our little garlic clove in there. And then basically what you do is this is going to remove the little casing, the little paper from the outside. And all you do is you just take it and you just kind of, and you'll watch because the paper just starts shooting out the side of it. And it starts getting all over the floor just like everything else in this house. And then when you're done, it didn't come off. Hold on. I'm not rubbing it hard enough. Hold on. There we go. You got to put some effort into it. So there you go. No comment, Jason. So, we're going to rub that thing. Come on out of there. Okay, there we go. And you will see it has cleaned your clove. So, go in, and you're going to stick another one in there. Here's a small one. Not that size, but there's a small one going in there. We're going to do this again. And voila. Clean as a whistle. See? Now you all want one of these now, right? So add this on at checkout. You can keep adding it on. Anyway, so we're going to go in here. Got one more. Because again, it says a couple of cloves. I'm just putting as much as we like to put in. You all know we like garlic, so here we go. And again, everything pick clean. Are you eating my spaghetti? Whatever. Oh, by the way, because, you know, we never plan in this house for anything, we're not having fettuccine. It's actually going to be linguine, so don't judge. Anyway, here we are. So I've got my garlic going in. Something kind of kooky about that one, so I'm going to take that part out. And get that out there. There we go. Perfect. So we've got this going on. I got all my garlic. Again, it looks like 2 cloves, right? Yeah, something like that. There they go. So they're in there. And that's pulled out. Okay, good. So, and I don't know if y'all noticed, I used the Pampered Chef cutting board. You can also buy this on the website too. This is great. It has a little thing to measure up here for those who don't know what sizes are. We got those here. You can measure it. It also tells you what knife to use, and I have another one on there that actually helps you to cube up and tells you what the different cuts are. So it's kind of cute little set that comes. So we take that, and we take our lid, and we put the lid on just like so. Plug it in. It's in. And we're going to turn that sucker on. And then what we're going to do is on your little keypad. Can we get a close up of the keypad? You turn this little knob and it goes around and it shows you all the little different things that it can do. And what I'm looking for it to do here is the sauce. And that sauce is, come on, get over there. There we are. It's on there. So once you hit the sauce, all you have to do is just tap that button, and off we go to the races. And so we're going to let this go. It's going to take probably, I don't know, it says the whole process is about 30-45 minutes or so. It'll do its thing. It's going to heat it up. It's going to get it ready to go. And then when we're ready, it's going to tell me to add. When I add, we're going to add in the roux, and we'll be back, and I will show you that. So we will see you all back here in just a minute. We're back, and as you can see, Mr. Blender says he's ready for us to add to him, so we're going to add to him. And I've already got my stuff ready. So this is the roux that I told you I was going to make. It's roux, R-O-U-X. It's not Rue McClanahan or anything like that. I know who y'all are. So here's the roux. Again, it's butter and it's flour. And it's about, like I said, the basic recipe. If you're using 2 cups of milk, it would have been 1/4 cup of flour and 3 tablespoons of butter. You know, I improvised, and there's probably a little bit more butter in here, but we're not going to say that. So I put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. You swish it around, stir it up. Another 30 seconds, you swish it around, stir it up. And actually, it's supposed to have been a minute and a half. Mine was done in like a minute 15. But anyway, just so you know, that's what you do. And it's basically, this is what's going to thicken this mess up here. So we're ready to add. I'm going to turn the little liddy thing here. And it's probably, I don't have the fancy dancy thing that goes right down in there, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to try to do it and not spill it everywhere, which is probably not going to happen because that's what happens with me. I feel like I'm making a mess because I probably am. Yep, I am.
I'm not cleaning it up.
That's what I have. That's why I have help. So, alright, this is a mess. So here we go. There we go. Some people have these little handy dandy things that go on down in there. I didn't buy that. But I'd be happy if y'all bought all kinds of stuff for Miss Sherry. Because the more stuff y'all buy for Miss Sherry, the more stuff that she gives me. It's a great little situation we got here. And if y'all want to get in on that, y'all can have your own party and you can get free stuff too. Everybody likes some free stuff. So anyway, the roux is now in. And I like to add a little secret ingredient here. It's not so secret. It's a nutmeg. You put a little nutmeg in your Alfredo, it just gives you that little, it's a little something that goes in there. So try not to put too much in, but I'm just putting a little bit in just as a little flavor additive there. And so what's going to happen is I'm going to put this back on, and once I put this back on, we're going to start her up again. And all you got to do to start her up is you're going to push the button in the front, and she's going to keep on going and doing its thing. When it's done, I got cheese, I got parsley ready to go in it, so I'm going to put y'all on hold for just another minute. We'll be right back. So it looks like we're done. He says he's done, so we're going to trust him on that. And this, I will warn you, is hot. So you need to be prepared. It is hot. Don't just sticking your fingers on it. It's hot. So what we're going to do, we're going to take off the lid, and you can see the steam is pouring out of it. See the steam coming out. Okay, we know. We're done. We get it. Okay, so now what you got to do is you're going to put your cheese in, and if you're going to put parsley in, now's the time to do that. Now the recipe calls for 4 ounces of grated Parmesan cheese, and you could do Parmesan cheese by getting a block of cheese and you grate it yourself. I've actually seen people go in and they've actually used the blender to grate their Parmesan cheese. So they basically chunk up a piece of, I get it, hang on. You take your piece of cheese and you chop it in little cubes, and I've seen people throw the cubes down in there, and then they use the grind setting to and then they pound it down into Parmesan cheese and just grate it up. And you can do that, that's fine. You get that in the deli section and that works fine. I am a little lazier than that, and I found El Cheapo already. Well, it's not as cheapo. This is pre-grated Parmesan cheese, and this I found at I get it. I found this at the Publix. You can also get other stores that have something similar to this, but it's basically the grated Parmesan for you. You can even get Romano, different things like that. If you want a different flavor in there, you can do that. And this one says it's 15 ounces. Like I said, the recipe calls for 4 ounces for the 2 cups I've added, so I should have added a few ounces. You know me, I'm putting enough in there to make sure that we got cheesy flavor, because that's just how we are. Now, you also could use, if you're really, okay, I'm done with you. You could use, if you're really El Cheapo, El Poro, you can do that, like I call it. You can use grated, but this is kind of, you know, it's not quite the same. I guess it could work in a pinch. But I'm going to throw a little bit of both in, just because I think you're going to get both flavors out of it. And so, again, it's supposed to be 4 ounces, and I'm sure it's a little bit more. So, I get it. So I'm going to dump my grated Parmesan into Mr. Blender. And try not to spill it everywhere like I did. But that's okay. Okay. Again, I have people to clean that up, so we're okay. Thank you, people. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome anytime.
So, my people will take care of that for me. And then I'm going to throw this grated one in here too, the El Cheapo version. We'll throw that in there too. Why not? Okay.
Your thing's beeping at you.
Yeah, I get it. I'm done with him. I'm going to pretend that it's me talking to you, and it's just going to ignore it, just like normal. Isn't that the way it works?
That's how it works.
That's how it works. So, I just pretend. So, anyway, I'm going to push it all in there. It's in there. Done, 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 done. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm going to take my parsley, which I have washed. Apparently was a little wet still. And we're going to take that parsley, and I'm going to shove that down in there too. And that's where you might need your little club. I don't know where's my club at. Remember this thing from the other day. You take it and you can shove him down in there. And basically got the cheese in there. I got my parsley in there. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to put the lid on. And then the way this is supposed, okay, I get it. I don't know what to do here. So now, oh, I think I have to cancel. Oh, that's what he wanted me to do. Cancel. So I hit cancel. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to go in and pulse this. And the main reason we do that, because that way we can get that cheese all blended in here. Get that going. This is hot, so be careful when you do this. And make sure the lid's on, because you don't want Alfredo going all over your kitchen. So, I got people, but they're not that good.
No.
They're not that good. So you do this little deal, and you just do that a few times. Alright, perfect. So now what you're going to do, again, be very careful because it is very hot. We're going to go in, I'm going to cancel out of here. It tells me the lid is off, which is fine. And so then you can see, let's see. It's got a little greenness to it because we put that parsley in it. It gives you a color. It's Christmas, or will be Christmas here soon. So we're getting in the mood. Oh, smell it. It smells wonderful. So I'm going to go in here and just kind of, you can see it's thick. Where did the camera go? You can see that it's thickened up in there. It's pretty nice. You know, it's got a pretty nice consistency to it. And, you know, I told Jason, or the other day, Jason tested this first, so I don't know. Should I let him do it now?
No.
He's not brave enough to try this one? Mmm. Oh, y'all. Mmm. Oh, now he wants to taste it. Of course he does. Well, it's just us. You can double dip. That's fine. It's hot enough in there. It'll kill anything you or I have, so it's fine. It's got that parsley element to it. You can taste it's got some herb going on.
Mm.
But it's good.
That is good.
Ooh, it's good. So what you're going to do now, this is just my way of doing it, and y'all can do your own thing, but I did the spaghetti, or like I said, it's supposed to have been fettuccine. It's not fettuccine, it's actually linguine. I'm going to take my linguine, I'm going to pour it in just to a pot here, and then I'm going to take, and again, be careful because this is hot, so make sure you're grabbing this on the side or the bottom, because if you don't, that glass is hot, hot, hot. You don't want to do that. I am going to turn this off so nobody yells at me. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to pour our Alfredo sauce into the pot. And again, you can do this different ways. Goodness. Oh my goodness. That's so good. It's so rich. I wish y'all could taste this right now. It is so good. Alright. So, I am not left-handed and this is not working for me. So I'm going to set this here for 2 seconds and I'm going to flip it around. And then I'm just going to get on down in there. Pampered Chef sells some tools for this. I kind of... Oh, I know what I got in there. Hey, down in there. Is it her? It's in here. There's that grape thing. Where the heck's that thing at? I saw it earlier today. Is it down there? I hate my kitchen, y'all. I just want y'all to know that. I hate it. I can never find anything in this kitchen. Anyway, I have this little doodad here. No, it's not in there. Oh, is it? Oh, you know. So, oh, look. So, anyway, we got this little thing going on. I was going to show you. They had this little thing here. This is for your blender. And it's long, so it goes on down in there. And you can get all down those little cracks down there. Get all the way down the bottom. And it lets you wrap around the edge there. Getting all that cheesy goodness in there. Oh, Lord. Y'all can smell this. Amazing. Anyway.
And he wonders why we're so fat.
Well, you know, we're fat because I like to cook. And last time I checked, you like to eat. So, you know what? It is what it is. Baby. So, how do you do this? Okay? Whatever the heck they call this thing. And you're gonna just kind of fold that sauce in there. Now, if you didn't want green sauce, you don't have to put that parsley in. I just like it in there because it's got a nice extra flavor to it. Adds that herb. Plus, that parsley's probably been in there for a while. It just needs to go. So, we don't like throwing things away around here. If it can go in our stomach, that's the best garbage disposal for it. So, that's where it goes. And that is your... look at this. So, the way you're going to plate this up, in this particular case, is you're going to take, and hopefully I got a plate handy over here. Of course, I'm sure I don't. You want big plate or little plate?
Big plate.
Of course you want the big plate. It's in the bottom. Have I told y'all I hate my kitchen? If I haven't told y'all that yet, I hate my kitchen. One day, I'll have a nice kitchen. One day.
When we're old and gray.
Yeah, I doubt it. I could say more, but I'll be nice about it. So, the way I'm going to plate this up is I'm just going to go in here and dig on down in there. Look at cheesy goodness. Oh yeah. Cheesy goodness. And there you go. There is your chicken Alfredo. And then like I told y'all, we was over here earlier, we were making our grilled chicken. And we did that in our Ninja Foodie. And so I got my grilled chicken here. And you can just simply take a couple of your grilled chickens there. Place these on top. Now if you wanted to, you could go in and cut that off a little bit. You can, you know, kind of make them, you know, make them kind of sliced in there. You can, but, you know, I'm being lazy today. I'm just going to let him do that. And then, of course, you probably want to garnish it. And since we still have some of the cheese left over from before, you can just take in, I'm not Emerald, so bam, but you know, whatever, you get the picture. So there you go. It's, you know, it's down home cooking for your home. It's not meant to go out to a table at a restaurant. It's nice for what it is. It tastes good. That's all I care. It doesn't have to look as good. You know, it's not pretty. I'm not pretty, so it's fine. So anyway, that is your handy dandy Pampered Chef Kitchen Deluxe cooking blender. And we made our Alfredo sauce in it. And we have chicken Alfredo. So here is your ending product. You throw another chicken on there. I just threw 2 on there for now. But that's what you get. And trust me, it is good, good, good. The flavor is good. Is it good, Jason?
It's very good.
It's very good. That's all that matters. So that is chicken Alfredo. So stay tuned. We'll be making some more things all week long, including our Thanksgiving dinner. We're going to have that here as well. So I just want to say thank you all for watching. And please send me some options for names for this. You can say Steven's Nasty Kitchen or whatever y'all will call it. I don't care what you call it, but whatever you want to do, put me some names on here so we can put a name to this thing. Because I like it having the personality, just like me. It's got to have personality, just like me. So anyway, thank you all and enjoy.